the most important factor in a marriage is timing. Um, what I mean by that is that, well, first of all, society dictates people uh, to get married at a certain age. Say in modern world, maybe I don't know, late 20s for women, early 30s for men. It depends, but on average, and that is in itself dictated by biology because our life expectancy is now 80. So and childbearing age is a little later now than before. So that is also pretty much when you should get married. About when you are at your perfect age to reproduce, late 20s. So that is when most people get married in the modern world. What I want to say is that it's about timing because if you meet a person, if you the person you marry is probably not the most perfect person that you could ever meet. I do believe that there's one person on this planet that maybe more than one, but there are people on this planet who are more perfect than you, probably way more perfect than the person you ended up marrying. But the truth is, you'll never find this person. It's probably somewhere in Egypt or in Spain or if I'm probably never born. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. It's like the person you meet is good enough for you at that moment in your life when you're supposed to get married due to biological and social reasons. And so that person who is quote unquote the one for you, even if the marriage lasts forever, which most of the time it doesn't, it's all due to time in the sense that if you meet that same person when you were 12, the person you end up marrying, you're probably not going to marry that person because you'll go out with her or him for 3 years at most, and the love is going to fade away. Because love is something that fades away. Love doesn't last, right? That when I speak of love right here, I'm talking about the romantic feeling you have towards another person. That feeling does not last more than 3 years, 4 years at most. That is why people, if they didn't meet the person who, a lot of times people think they find the one, and then if they didn't meet that person at that right time when you're supposed to get married, let's say 24, right, 25, 26, and then okay, that's time to get married, 27, okay, yeah, like I said, it's just a shame, probably your true love would be the one for you to spend the rest of your life with if you meet that person when you're 27, and a lot of time what happens is that either when you didn't meet that person at that time, it just fades away, or that when you do find a person who you think it's okay for you at the time you get married, and not taking consideration the fact that the feeling of being in love will fade away no matter what after 3 or 4 years. That's just biology, man. Like the dopamine that gets produced in your brain, it's gonna run out. I mean, with the same person, like biologically speaking, especially for men, you're supposed to, pass on your genes, as often as possible. And after 3 years, after it's just time to, you know, find another mate, as you to put it bluntly. You know what I'm saying? So marriage is all about timing. And why do people stay married together, blah blah blah, even if they do stay together for the rest of life? Why do they do it? Well, fear. They can't find anybody else. They're scared to move on. Second, children. That's like one of the more prominent reasons. Third, business. And just that's pretty much it. So I guess the most important thing about finding true happiness in marriage is to realize this fact, to come to the realization and accept the fact with your spouse or your partner that your quote unquote romance isn't gonna last. That what I'm saying. It's almost like you have to sort of transfer or transform that feeling into something else, into sort of like a family feeling. You become like that's why you say your spouse becomes your family, or you get married becomes your family, because you're supposed to. The sort of the romantic feeling will sort of transform itself into another different kind of feeling of family, feeling of really good friends. So if you can come to that acceptance, and if you don't hate each other, and if you see eye to eye, have the same life goal, then I guess you can go on forever. But if you're gonna judge how well your relationship's working based on whether or not you still have that quote unquote feeling, then it's not gonna work. After 3 years, it's gone. Almost default that is. So
I'm gonna scare some birds. Get the fuck out of my route! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get off my property, you fuckers! Fucking fuckhead! Hey. Get off my property!